Mitt Romney wins Florida. What does it mean for people who care about pro-family issues? This is the Citizenlink Report. I'm Stuart Shepard, along with our Executive Director, Tom Minery. Hi, Tom.
Hello, Stuart.
What's your reaction to what happened in Florida?
Well, quickly, I'm wondering, where did that guy come from? Mitt Romney, he was an attack dog compared to what he did in South Carolina just last week. And I think he's a leaner, meaner candidate. Unfortunately, it's all negative advertising against his chief adversary, Newt Gingrich. But the man came for a fight and won it big, and he won it among a whole lot of voter groups. I was interested to see that he nearly tied Rick Santorum among evangelicals in Florida, and I was surprised to see that about 46% of the voters in Florida, according to the exit polls, were evangelical voters. Evangelicals are a huge contingency so far in this series of primaries.
And Tom, we want to get a ground level view from Florida. John Stemberger is joining us by webcam. He heads up Florida Family Action. Hi, John.
Hey, how are you, Stuart and Tom? Good to be with you.
We're doing great. Good. Thanks for taking some time for us. Tell us what people were thinking about when they went to the polls in Florida.
Well, goodness, they were thinking about a number of issues. I think the economy and certainly jobs, unemployment is very high here in Florida. Secondly, I think they're just concerned about the direction of our country. And this is a big kind of guttural issue that goes to many other things. The nature of our economy shifting to being more distribution of wealth instead of creating wealth. The president's health care, Obamacare proposal, the secularization of America, just the sense that as a country, we're losing who we are as a people culturally.
John, we've been hearing a lot about nasty advertising coming from the super PAC that's aligned with Mitt Romney's campaign, although it's not part of Mitt Romney's campaign. Did that seem very nasty, his ads, as you heard them in Florida? Well,
they did. And it was difficult. I think that was part of the secret to his victory, was going negative on Newt Gingrich. The second thing that he did that was very strategic is he spent a lot of time and money on absentee and early voters. You're talking about almost upwards of 35% of Florida voters voting either early in the process or voting by absentee.
John, thank you for taking some time for us today. We appreciate the work you do down there. Proud to be associated with you.
Sure. Thank you very much.
So, Tom, that's the view from Florida. How do pro-family issues play into all this? When we look at Mitt Romney, who came in first, Gingrich second, Santorum and Paul following.
Well, the evangelical vote this year, from state to state, seems to be very, very strong. As I mentioned before, briefly, exit polls show that 46% of those who participated in the Florida primary self-identified as evangelicals. And you have two of the strongest debaters we've ever seen in Rick Santorum and Newt Gingrich pounding Mitt Romney on social conservative issues. I think Mitt Romney strengthened himself by his allegiance to the social conservative issues of marriage and family and the pro-life issue. He is on record so strongly now on pro-family issues. I think if he prevails and becomes the next president, we will see a pro-family, pro-marriage president, because he has had to shift to the right to do that. And so I think that's an encouraging sign.
The mainstream media like to play this as a fractured conservative vote, that they're just all split and angry with each other. There's another perspective on this we can take, and that is there are aspects of each candidate that different people like for different reasons. There are negatives on each candidate that different people don't like for different reasons. But that's not the same as being fractured, is it?
Well, no, and I like the way Mitt Romney put it after his victory last night. These terrifically difficult primary campaigns do not divide us, they prepare us. And a lot of people took that to heart, because in the fall, when President Obama's reelection machinery begins to crank up, it is going to be very tough. And I think Mitt Romney has learned a lot and will benefit from it if indeed he prevails.
What's your advice for pro-family voters as they consider these, as the primaries keep rolling along here as we move towards Super Tuesday in March? What's your advice to them as far as how to determine which candidate resonates the most?
Well, this advice from me is not going to be enjoyed by some of our folks. I'm not looking for the candidate who most purely represents our issues and doesn't have a chance to win. I'm looking for the best possible candidate who most closely represents our issues and has the best chance to win. That is what elective politics is all about, and that's where I am at this point.
We've been hearing from a lot of folks who don't like that point of view and take issue with it, and we appreciate hearing from you. You may always write to us at mail@citizenlink.com. Tell us what you think. Let us know what your opinion is on all of this. And remember to pray for all of those running for elective office, that they may speak with clarity and wisdom, and that all of us may be able to make the best decision that we can. And remember, stand tall and be heard.